sister friends, we are going to talk about episode number 8. Okay, let's just go ahead and take it chronologically. We are going to start off with the opening scene of, I'm telling you, TLC and Puddle Monkey is killing me. Another one of these, I don't know if it's loosely scripted or strictly scripted or what, but just really uncomfortable scenes of Cody and Robyn acting. It's them acting.
Bad acting.
They decided, let's do a scene where Cody's helping around the house. Robyn is the beautiful assistant again, as if they haven't mentioned that 20 times already.
I feel like I'm just watching, but I can be your beautiful assistant.
You are going to be my beautiful assistant.
That's a joke, Savannah. We always make about your dad. He always needs a beautiful assistant when he does something.
You're being forced to be my lovely assistant.
Cody likes a beautiful assistant. He likes to have someone helping him when he's working on something.
Oh yeah, Robyn hates being my lovely assistant.
And then suddenly, Robyn is going to kiss Cody and be like, ooh, your mustache. After he's had a mustache for like a year, and she said nothing about it. In fact, they both talk about how much they're into each other and how much they can't keep their hands off each other. That's all we've heard for the past year. And now suddenly, Robyn can't take the scratchy mustache.
Oh, what's wrong?
He's poking me.
Translation, Cody decided he wanted to shave his mustache, and so they tried to figure out a way to incorporate it into this season. It's rotten, it's awful, and again, it's delivered by the two of them like really bad 1950s black and white television dramas.
Really, seriously.
It's so painful.
You know, when they overact? Well, you, sister friend, know what I'm talking about, right? Oh, yes, I do, sister friend Jenny. Shall we show a clip? Well, sure. Let's do it.
Would I get kissed more if it was gone?
Yes.
Promise?
Yes.
All right, we're shaving it right now.
Really?
Yes,
Are you
I'm getting my
serious?
razor and stuff. I'm going to put my hair up.
Awful. Just awful. Moving on. Wait, we're not going to move on yet. Because I want to point out the point of this whole scene, besides, well, Cody wanted to do something different and shave, so let's turn it into part of TLC's program because we've got nothing else to talk about because the wives are all gone now. Well, they love to talk about how into each other they are. And yet, all we've seen this entire season is Cody going after Robyn and Robyn being like, not that into you. Well, here's a scene where she's trying to act all flirty and excited and still it's just not working. She's such a bad actress.
We flirt a lot. Oh, look at that jawline. Ooh, look at this. Ooh. Yeah.
She needs to go to Cody College Drama Class 102.
No, I love it.
You do? Have I missed any?
Oh, that's so nice.
Oh, that means I'm going to get kisses.
I like it. Mm.
She's not into it.
She gives him church kisses. Remember the church kisses? The church kisses are what you can do in front of your pastor. That's all she did before she got married was give church kisses. Well, apparently they're quite intimate because she's 15 years deep into the marriage now, and that's exactly how she's still kissing him. I don't need to see tongue. We don't need to go to the level of Christine. I don't want to see tongues moving back and forth between lips. No. But just holding it for a second, you know, when you really like somebody, how you want to keep them close to you for a second when you're giving them a kiss and not do the, like you would do with your grandmother. Robyn is giving Cody grandma kisses. She can't even flirt with her husband of 15 years. It is so not believable. It's so not believable. In fact, at the very end, when he's into her, now, let's just say, so they're all attracted to each other. She thinks he's really hot now, and he's all impressed with his own jawbone.
Oh, so nice. I'm going to get kissed now, man. Kisses for Cody and pretty good jawline, man.
Cody's in love with himself as much as, no. Cody's in love with himself more than Robyn's in love with him. But he is really in love with himself. What man says to anybody, nor less national television, you see that jawbone? Oh, gross. He's so gross. He's such a meathead. Kody goes in for more at the end and she just walks away.
That's like, yeah, let's just make out. That'll be great. That's so nice.
More kisses, please.
That's so nice. Woo-hoo-hoo.
She's still not into him. We cut to North Carolina. Palate cleanser. And it's really lovely because Maddie had the baby. The only sad part about the story is that Maddie did not have the baby on her due date. And all her kids were born on their due dates. And her due date was the same day as Garrison's passing, so it was a significant emotional one for them, and it would have been nice to just sort of turn that actual date into something of more celebration. In fact, I think she was like a week and a half late or something like that. I thought the last episode they said she was 3 weeks out. I mean, she could have been. Could be 4 weeks later. Anyway, it's a very, very sweet scene. She's home with the baby. The baby's name is Amelia Estelle. And Estelle means star, which is based on Garrison's love for stars in the sky. I think it's a sweet tribute. Janelle wants to know if she's going to call her Millie Esty, short for Amelia and short for Estelle. And I do think Millie is going to be the name they go with because she already has a nickname. Here it is.
I feel like when a nickname is given to you by a family, almost always it's endearing. We call her Millie Billy.
I love it. Peyton is playing Battleship with her son. He's such a great uncle. He really is. Like, you could just... Oh. And how good for her son, too, because he's got all sisters. So now he's got Peyton, who's like a big brother to him.
Birth, we were at the hospital for more than 24 hours, but now we're home.
I love it. It's just sweet. It's just the family atmosphere in that home is inviting and warm and lovely and enjoyable and calm and delightful. That's it. Need I say anything else? It's just the dichotomy from, oh, I'm really into you now. Clever on TLC's part. Kudos to Puddle Monkey for that cut. And then we cut to a scene with Christine and David, which is odd to me. I understand the premise of it. Okay, so it's set up in such a way that they need to have a conversation. I truly believe that Christine and David have heard from everybody that the kissing, makeout, sloppy mouth noise kind of I can't keep my hands off of him theme has run its course. It ran its course the first year, and she brought it back for another year. And now they're acting normal, and it's lovely, and I like it, and I like their relationship. So I'm feeling like this year she's going with the story arc of we're just a normal couple, and I know you're disgusted by all of our lovey-doveyness, so let me show you that we have fights too. So we've seen a couple fights, if you will, throughout the different episodes. We just had the Peyton over, not the Peyton one, but the one over Peyton and the way he uses quotes in the last episode. Gosh, what were the other ones? I can't even remember. They're kind of bickering over the dog. There was a little bit of bickering over tornadoes and how much he loves them and how she hates them. This seems to be that this is the theme of this year for the David and Christine story arc, if you will. So here's this episode's little bicker. David comes in and he's like, wow, look at all the packages.
What's up with the boxes? You got more boxes? Haha.
Everything here, I can tell you what it's for.
As opposed to Christine just saying, yeah, look, I'm making this little diaper cake because we have baby showers coming up and, just talking about it. She throws herself under the bus instead, right from the beginning, because she knows this is what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to talk about the fact that I'm overspending. So she's like, yeah, but she takes it a step too far.
I seriously am up half the night sometimes thinking about I'm just spending too much money. I just know that I am. There's boxes pretty much daily on the porch that get delivered.
I know. I am spending so much money. Sometimes it keeps me up at night and I can't sleep because I worry about how much money I'm spending. Okay, can we just talk about that for just a second before we move to the truly part? Because if anybody is spending so much money that they can't sleep at night, there's a problem. So I do believe that Christine just misspoke because I don't think she's spending that kind of money. I really don't. I don't. This is a woman who spent her entire life spending nothing. There's no way that you can go from that to spending on such a level that you're giving your own self-anxiety and worries and panic over, am I going to have enough money to live on eventually?
So everyone would contribute to like the family account. We all put in the same amount to the pot. Kody was more in charge of it. He'd be the one who would write the checks and things like that. What we took out was different. I don't know what other people took out. I don't know. But I took out what I needed.
The next part of the conversation switches to how she wants to pay for Truly's college. And David is not in support of, well, I guess his supporting it. Like, I don't know their money situation. I don't know if she has her account, he has his account, and then they have like a joint one they put money into. I mean, Christine's familiar with that, the family account idea. Or if they just have one account that everything goes into. I'm not sure. But in the little conversation, David makes it clear that he is not contributing to Truly's college, or he doesn't want to contribute to Truly's college when it gets there, because she's not even of college age yet. My gosh, she's only a year older than Solomon, and Solomon looks like he's still in 6th grade.
And I know that's something you would never do.
No, and it's a different ball game now.
You
guys are you're no longer married in that grip. You're married to me, and
now, I said this on the live stream when we were talking about it. I can see both points of view. Totally understand where Christine is coming from. We apparently, it's kind of new information, had a family fund that helped support the kids going to college. I don't know. Meri made it very clear that nobody gave her a penny to send her child to college. So that's confusing because, Meri contributed to the pot that everybody else took for college. So why she wasn't given any money, I don't know. I do know that Kody said, we are not going to be able to foot the bill for you to go to a private college. I get that. But why she wouldn't at least get the same amount of money that everybody else got, and then she would have had to make up the difference. That's where I'm confused by it all. I was confused last year when they talked about it. I'm still confused about that now. But it was very clear she was given no money from the family fund or Leon's education. And Kody was approached with it, and he just said, I mean, we had things to pay for, or something really ambiguous and dumb like that. Like he was just caught, just like with the Janelle thing, when she's like, you haven't seen Savannah in 6 weeks, you missed and didn't even give her a Christmas gift or see her over Christmas. And he's like, of course, I've just been really busy with work, and my meetings have all been in the evenings. And all day Saturday and all day Sunday, I guess. Like he makes up excuses. He takes no accountability. Okay, that's Kody Brown. So this is just to say there was a family pot. I don't know if all of Christine's kids took from it for their college educations. This is a typical TLC allowing the Brown family to just say a little bit of something without really saying anything. Because I'd really like to know if Robyn's kids got a full pay from the family fund. Dayton, Aurora, Brianna, were they getting all money from the family fund? I want to know. Robyn's lucky that most of her kids are really out of college. I think Brianna is the only one left, right? Maybe Aurora has one more year. I feel like she went on the 5-year plan, if I'm not mistaken. And Dayton, I don't know. He's out there in the ether somewhere. No idea. My understanding was he got a couple degrees while he was there, though. So, like, he still hadn't gotten a job. Like, I don't know if he switched his major or decided a higher education would be better, or if he just loves learning and the family fund was paying for it, so why not? I don't know. These are the questions that keep me up at night. All right, so Christine is feeling like, okay, we've always helped our kids because Kody had the philosophy they shouldn't take out student loans. Dumb. There's a purpose behind student loans, especially if you get them with a really low interest rate and it teaches kids to have accountability. There's reasons that they are good, especially if you're in a situation, as Christine seems to be claiming, that she wouldn't be able to do a full pay for Truly, which I don't really understand. Truly goes to a state school and she's smart and she has scholarship money. There's no reason why they wouldn't be able to do a full pay for her, because Christine is on a show where she's getting hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. David is making probably hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. He owns his own drywall business. And I know that in general, drywall contractors make good money. And he's not just a contractor. He owns a whole business where he has people working for him doing it. He's doing well. Then they have the Airbnbs, of which they have 2 or 3 now. I think they have one on the East Coast. I bet it's in North Carolina, so they can write everything off when they go there. And Christine is trying to franchise this whole B&B thing. I don't know how that's going to work. I don't know if that's a good idea or not, the way she's going about it, because I don't think she's really franchising it. I think she's trying to make it more like an MLM. I don't see how that's a good idea. There's that money coming in. Oh, wait. Don't let me forget Plexus. She makes really good money on Plexus because she is earning free cruises from the company, When you're at the level that you're just given free cruises multiple times, it seems like she goes on these free cruises more than once a year. She's doing really well with her Plexus business. So they're having a conversation about what are we gonna do when I don't have any money anymore? I'm like, it's not gonna happen. You've got 3 Airbnbs up and running right now that are almost book solid, and you've got a very lucrative Plexus business. Tell me why suddenly you're not gonna have any income. I'm very curious. So again, it's a fake conversation. I really shouldn't be even talking this much about it, really.
We paid for a lot of the kids' education out of the family account.
We paid for a lot of the kids' educations out of the family account. See, not enough information. Almost no information. How many kids are a lot of kids? And the kids that weren't paid for, is it because they didn't go to college or they didn't want to go to college? Did you mean we paid for a lot of the amount of their college? Like we paid for 75% of it and then they had to pay the difference. The talking around things and not giving specifics in this family is driving me mad. And I really thought TLC was going to be better about it. I thought the new puddle monkey would do a better job. Slightly, like a small hair better than last year. That's it. They can do way better.
Let's step it up.
Specifics, details, please. But David says he is not in support of supporting Truly through this. Okay. The one step further that TLC or Puddle Monkey or David didn't go is to explain exactly why. My thinking is he did not fund his higher level education for his kids, which would not be a surprise because he had, I think, 8 kids, if I'm not mistaken. My guess is he was just trying to make sure that kids had medical insurance and that there was food on the table. There was somebody around that could help watch some of the kids if he wasn't there and he was working. Like that's my guess. I think the man was very busy with other things like that. I think it was more of a let's put out fires and get through the day and make sure everyone is still alive. And so if that's the case, of course he does not want his kids to resent Truly. All he has to say is, listen, I didn't do that for my kids. And if you did it for yours, I understand. And if you want to take money from the businesses that you're running and pay for Truly's college, I understand. But when it comes to us both contributing to something, it's not fair or right or just for my children to see that I'm going to help pay for your child when I didn't help them. All he has to do is say, they figured it out. They found a way. They got scholarships. They got grants. They took out a loan if they needed to. They did work study. They got a job. They lived at home instead of on campus. Like whatever it took, that would have been fantastic information for them to share with us. Don't you think? I think so. But they didn't. So I'm on both sides of the coin. I just feel like there's a lack of communication here, which is a little disappointing because usually David's a little bit better at getting communication open between the two of them, but still, I don't know. It became another frustrating conversation for me. I'm like, my gosh, I can see both sides of the coin here. And I think you both could see each other's side too if you would just verbalize a little bit more the circumstance for everyone. Whatever. Again, it was a set up, built up situation where there's Amazon boxes on the counter so that could spur on the conversation of why are there so many Amazon boxes? And then Christine could say, I know Amazon boxes come here every single day. It's also a personal dig at Robyn, just to let Robyn know that she too does her own fair share of shopping. Robyn's not the only one. And oh, guess what? Do you know, Robyn, how you were taking all my money out of the family fund to do your shopping? It's my money now. And I'm Amazon shopping for me.
There's boxes pretty much daily on the porch that get delivered.
The difference is Robyn bought ugly figurines and dolls to put in curio cabinets from the 1960s. Christine is buying things to give away to other people. Gifts.
What are those? What are those?
This is a novel idea to Robyn and Kody. Now we cut back to Flagstaff.
So sorry.
Where we have Robyn inside a pantry full of highly processed foods. There does not look like there is anything healthy on any of those shelves. There's chips, there's pretzels, there's candy, there's cookies. So Robyn's pantry is a mess. And it's because she's not good at organizing, she's not good at cleaning, no. It's the kids' fault. It's not Robyn's fault. Even though she's the mother and she buys it all and she does the preparing of the food. It's the kids' fault. They don't know where to put things back.
How's it going?
Pretty good. The pantry's a mess. The kids, they don't care where they shove stuff.
They're the worst.
But I love the fact that she is putting food away in the pantry, which looks quite full. But apparently she just went shopping, or I am corrected, she had food delivered to her. She didn't go shopping. Instacart came and gave her a whole bunch more food to put in the pantry, and she just doesn't even know where to put it. Like, this is so out of touch right now. We're living in an economy where people are finding the price of food to be outrageous. And she is showing us this pantry of very expensive, Whole Foods brand looking snacks, chips, crackers, cookies. But poor Robyn, because she's got to organize it and clean it.
How does she do it?
And the kids don't know how to put things back. I'm not quite sure who would be the person to teach them to put it back or to enforce the rules that they have to put it back. Usually that's the mother and father. I mean, usually that's the parents that do it, but apparently in her house it's different. Maybe it was the nanny. Maybe the nanny did all the teaching, and that's why she was called the nanny tutor, including teaching how to clean up and clean after yourself and do the right thing, that kind of stuff. Apparently Robyn's hands off with that kind of stuff, so she's just overwhelmed because the kids don't put things where they belong, and she doesn't know what to do about that. Who's going to come over here and teach these kids how to put things back in the pantry? The victim. Always the victim. Poor Robyn. Again, poor Robyn. She's got so much food, she doesn't know what to do with it. It's falling off the shelves and she has to organize. But you know what she calls it? She calls it work. I'm working. No, that's not working. That's putting food on a shelf. That's a throwaway task that people do without even thinking about it. I wouldn't even call it a chore. If I was listing all the things I did that day and I had groceries and I was putting them in the pantry and I organized the pantry in order to make room for something, which I don't really have to do because the pantry is organized and I don't buy extra stuff that I don't need. But nevertheless, if I were in that situation, I would just move things around and organize and then put it on the shelf. And I would not include it in my list of things I did today. I certainly wouldn't call it, I worked today.
Oh, I've been in here working.
Yeah, I was working in the pantry. Oh, how nice. You went to the food bank, to the food pantry and was working. Oh, you mean you went in your own personal pantry, Robyn. God, her life is so rough. Coyote Pass is officially sold. We get the 29th, 39th, 49th time that Robyn's talking about how this is so difficult on her.
Wow. This is really happening. Wow.
Are you okay with that?
It's hard for me. It's a little sad for me.
She's struggling because of all the memories that were there. Memories of the kids that she refuses to call and stay in contact with. Really finding it hard to swallow this storyline.
Robyn's headspace has been very attached to Coyote Pass.
Coyote Pass.
She's been the last one to let go. I'm not kidding. Meri, Janelle, Christine, they all let go a long time ago.
Okay, let's just remember that. She is the last one to let go of this property. Meri, Janelle, Christine, they let go a long time ago. They're not trying to hang on to it. Because later on, we're going to listen to Kody complain about how they're dragging their feet and not signing paperwork to get rid of this property he's trying to sell. As if they're trying to hold on to it. He loves to contradict himself.
It's really hard for me.
I find it difficult in these interviews to talk about anything other than me. I'm not going to talk about how difficult it might be for the other women and all the children they have and how they had to move out. This is hard for me. She didn't even talk about how difficult it might be for her kids. It's about her. We have Brianna that comes out and does her cameo appearance. I really believe that Brianna is like deuces. I'm out on this family because we do not hear her speak at really anything. Kody forced her to speak on the day that they moved out and said, "So Brianna, are you upset?" She's like, what do you think about it, Brianna? I don't know. And she helps them move one picnic table onto their property. I don't know what happened to the other three. Now that they bought a castle on a compound.
I'm picking up your sarcasm.
Well, I should hope so, because I'm laying it on pretty thick.
They should have all 4 picnic tables there, because apparently they're planning on just filling all this space with all kinds of kids and grandkids from somewhere. I don't know where, but they're gonna need a place to sit when they're outside, if they want to breathe in that toxic air, that is. Kody tells a little bit of a fib here. He says they're going out to the Coyote Pass last property now that they've sold it to meet the real estate agent, Justin. It's Justin, it's Justin. Well, sure enough, he's excited about it, but he is projecting and saying Justin is really excited about meeting everybody out there on the property.
I mean, like, this is a celebration. Justin is excited.
Justin doesn't care. Justin wants to close the deal, get his money, and go. He's not all excited about going out there. Who's Kody fooling? He's fooling himself is who he's fooling. Cares about the money. It's his job. He doesn't care about you and your ex-wives. I tell you that. I bet you Kody thinks that Justin's going to be coming over for dinner once a month. If he does, then the man just wants to get on television, 100%. But I don't think we're going to see Justin anymore. You know how Kody likes to become best friends with people who work for him. Those are like all his friends, really. Well, short-term friends. We see them as buddies and friends that he hangs out with once, and then we never see them again. So it would not shock me if we suddenly see Kody having a beer at a local saloon once and he's with Justin. He was my real estate agent. This is my real estate agent. This is my auditor. This is my groundskeeper, my housekeeper. Like, those are Kody's friends. People on the payroll.
Coyote Pass is closure on Flagstaff.
That's a confusing line right there. Who's going to be the person that goes and tells Kody he still lives in Flagstaff? I want to be the one. Pick me, pick me. I want to tell him, you're still in Flagstaff. It was in Flagstaff. Your old house is in Flagstaff. Your current house is in Flagstaff. Just saying.
This idea where we're selling Coyote Pass is like a tragic manifestation of the failure of many, many, many dreams.
He thinks he's so smart. But in the exact same interview, after he tries to present himself as a philosopher of English language, we are now going to go on to mispronounce the word solace twice.
Buying this place was a dream for me and Robyn, and I find solace in all that grief. I find solace here in our castle.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't live in a castle. The delusion is abundant in this family. You're not a king. She's not a queen. It's not a castle. Oh, and you live in Flagstaff. I don't have my phone here to take a picture of the screen, but I have it frozen right here where Robyn is just like, and Kody is Timu teeth excited. It does appear that the top lip might be stuck at the top of him in this picture too. Wonder how long before they get stained enough that they'll match the rest of his teeth, or will he go back to the dentist and get the rest of his teeth whitened to match the 4 new bunny Timu teeth he got in the front? I don't know. Meri's storyline is that she's renovating her B&B. She's having it completely gutted out on the inside, and on the outside she's getting a new cement patio pad and then a awning put on it. Also, her friend that we saw multiple times, it's the friend that she hung out with 2 years ago for Christmas, her friend and her friend's mom. I can't remember if they were I think they lived in Utah. She went and spent Christmas with them. It's also the friend, I believe, that came when she had the metal sign that she tore apart and ripped up and she was going to burn or something. It's that same friend. This is also the friend that was at the painting night. So it's also a friend that she's had ever since she was knee-high. So it's a family that she was raised with that her family knew all along. This friend is going through some rough times and needed a change. No specifics, no details. She just said multiple times, I needed a change. Yeah, things weren't good. I needed a new environment. Things had to go to, I'm like, okay, all right. If you're not going to say anything, move on. Next.